A lot of people see or feel the spirituality in my work. I really like capturing kind of that golden vein of truth that goes through, I think, all religions and all philosophies. There's like some beauty and truth that I think is compassionate and loving, and beauty is also a spiritual thing, I think, and a high ideal to try and attain. Those are some of the things I try and put in where someone feels like they can look at my work and like, oh wow, what happened? I want people to feel better, feel good, or some respite when they look at my art. So.
In a cozy home in Carson City, surrounded by the mountains of the Sierra Nevada, lives one of Magic the Gathering's most renowned and beloved artists. Terese Nielsen has illustrated over 200 Magic cards with increasing mastery over the last 22 years. Her world is one in which art, craft, and familial love are inseparable.
Growing up in Nebraska was a very small town, a little farm. Well, I grew up on a farm. Dad was a farmer. Mom always had a pile of paper for us sitting around. So a lot of our spare time was spent, reading or drawing. Mine was more drawing than reading. The first Magic commission actually was, they came around and asked if I wanted to do Magic when it very, very first started. I think it was Ice Age.
In the early days, she was a maniac. She would just, production line, just painting after painting. She was cranking them out, and she was working really, really hard.
So I did a couple calendar pieces for Magic first, and then my very first Magic set was Alliances. I think I did 6 pieces, but Force of Will was the very first Magic card I did. Sue Ann Harkey, the art director, she said, I think this one is going to be, I think, a pretty good card. That's what she said. It should be a pretty good card. It was basically supposed to be a red shaman. It was going to be a red card called Stop Spell. And so I just sort of based it on this red fire mage with kind of like a lizard type of armor and pointy teeth and stuff. Through the years, it's just taken a life of its own and continues. The geometries in the work, I'm just fascinated by it. I know the underpinnings of nature itself is really quite mathematical, with the way leaves grow and the patterns of ferns unfolding and things. It's done in a very beautiful, designed sort of way, and I never really know exactly what I'm gonna put. That stuff will just kind of go, that's the one that wants to be in there. Models through the years is usually always my family and sometimes friends, but I generally am already partly late or something, so it's like I need you right now, to get under the light and take this pose.
We've been in a lot of ridiculous positions and dressed in very, very funny things. And it's like, wow, if people could really see what we do behind the scenes, it would be surprising.
I modeled for Sidri. It was interesting. I think it took like 5 hours to just get like a couple of shots. I literally had to hold this like pose for quite a while, just like, no, that's not the right look. And I had all these like weird things going on.
Modeling for my mom's stuff was always really fun. She's had me do stuff for her illustrations pretty much since I was born. She'd be like, oh, hold this piece of cardboard, hold this plastic tube, stand on this desk, and then seeing her kind of terraform that into something that actually looks appealing instead of some stupid 10-year-old standing on a desk with a cardboard tube.
Am I there? More? Okay. There we go. Not bad, huh? So also, more than just putting me on there, which I still do because it's fun, I get my big boxes of play mats and put them on there, and my shipping tubes and all of that kind of stuff. So it saves me lots of trips up the stairs, and it's just kind of fun, right? I've always wanted to have like a garage because I love tools, like actual tools. So like a garage and studio together, because lots of times I need these to do mixed media, weird kind of carve this or drill into that or whatever. Magic has been with me since really the beginning of my career, almost, except for maybe the first 2 years. So it's like this dear friend of mine that like has, it kind of makes me sad. It's just continued to be more and more amazing in my world. The people, I get letters all the time from people that say I've changed their life with art that I've done. It's gone from just being a job to something that's really special to me, the community and the art that I get to do and the people. I've always felt like the people were so nice and respectful and like just loved. They're just so nice to me and care about what I do, and that's just feels like the luckiest thing to be able to be a part of.